As the 2024 season begins, thrilling new roller coasters are opening all across the world. In spite of that, one of the most innovative and cunning roller coaster manufacturers is largely watching from the sidelines, and that manufacturer is RMC. RMC just opened one new roller coaster this year, and this particular ride was a far cry from what we've become accustomed to seeing from them. They opened the new Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City, which is a powered family coaster. This is a cool ride, but it's not the airtime packed, inversion filled, high intensity coasters we are used to seeing from them. Not to fear though, as RMC will be back in full force in 2025 with at least 3 new roller coasters. After clicking through RMC's website, you can see that they have listed that they will be building 3 new RMC Raptors in the future, likely in time for the 2025 season. One of those will be opening in America and the other 2 will be going overseas. In the next few minutes, I will bring to light all the information we have on these mystery roller coasters and where I think all 3 of these rides will be going. If you are excited for these new RMCs, make sure to give this video a like to let me know. Also, if you enjoy this type of speculative and informative content about theme parks, make sure to subscribe to AmusementScape. That said, let's kick this video off with RMC's Custom International Raptor. Given the custom label, this ride will probably have a completely new layout that we haven't seen before, so this ride is probably inherently going to raise the most eyebrows. We do in fact know that this project will be going to Walibi Holland in the Netherlands. Walibi Holland made a series of announcements back in 2023, including the announcement of 2 RMC Raptors opening up at the park in 2025. These will be the park's second and third RMCs after their first one, Untamed, opened up back in 2019. This addition will make Walibi Holland the park with the most RMC manufactured roller coasters in the world. One of the coasters will be more thrilling and feature inversions, while the other one will be more family friendly. The current expectation is that these rides will duel or interact in some way, which makes me very curious as to how they'll work the layouts between each other, given that there may be a wide discrepancy in height and speed. In order for them to properly duel, they'd probably have to have a very similar height, which may scare off the intended audience for the smaller Raptor. I could see it much more likely that the layouts of each track are intertwined and have different color schemes so that guests can easily differentiate them from one another. This will also be the first time we will see RMC work on a true family thrill coaster, so it will be interesting to see what their take on that is like. You could also consider this the first true custom RMC Raptor, as out of the 5 currently operating Raptors, Railblazer, Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster, and Stunt Pilot all share essentially the same layout, along with Jersey Devil Coaster having the same layout as Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, with the exception of a few additional hills at the end of Wonder Woman. I'll be very intrigued to see what the 2 layouts look like and how it complements the park's lineup overall. Moving on to our second international coaster, we don't have a confirmation quite yet on where this roller coaster is going, but from the evidence we have, it looks like we have found a surefire bet on the location for this project. The park in question is Jeongju World in South Korea. The first sign that this park was getting this roller coaster was when Red Raptor Track was spotted in Idaho with the label GW on it. RMC typically labels their coasters with some kind of abbreviation of the park that they are going to, so this had enthusiasts highly suspecting that Jeongju World may be its destination. The park seemingly confirmed this by posting a teaser of the RMC logo. This should be a very substantial addition for the park, as they currently only have 3 roller coasters, but to the park's credit, they all look really solid. The lineup features a B&M dive coaster, B&M invert, and a Gerstlauer family coaster. This is sure to bring even more attention to this under the radar park. If I had to guess, this will have the standard Stunt Pilot layout, as the park did not state anything about this roller coaster being customized. Something that I should know is that the ride is apparently expected to open in October of 2024, but they also are advertising it for their 40th anniversary in 2025, so that may be something to keep an eye on if you happen to be visiting South Korea soon. Regardless of when the ride actually opens, this is sure to be a great addition and something completely unique to that region of the world. The final Raptor we will be talking about is the one coming to the United States. This one is also likely to have the standard stunt pilot layout, as it did not have the custom designation either. But I do think there's a shot that this may have the Jersey Devil layout, depending on who purchases it. For this one, we don't have a great read on where it will be going, but I do have a few guesses. One of the popular candidates to be the recipient of this roller coaster is Lost Island in Iowa. The fire behind this rumor comes from a teaser video that the park posted back in January featuring schematics of an RMC Raptor and their new Wild Moose model. Either one of these would be a great addition for this developing park, and it is clear they are researching their options. If they choose between the two, I think a Wild Moose would be the better fit for the park, as they already have two coasters in Nopuku Air Coaster and Matsugani that cover the extreme category, along with a kiddie coaster. A coaster on the scale of the Wild Moose would make more sense, as it would bridge the gap between the kiddie coaster and the extreme coasters. However, there has been dissatisfaction among guests with Nopuku Air Coaster, so the park could remedy this with an RMC Raptor to create a strong 1-2 punch with Matsugani. Given the park's attendance struggles thus far, I think a Raptor would be considerably more risky than a Wild Moose, but it would carry a much higher upside. Another candidate I think would benefit from the addition of an RMC Raptor is Six Flags New England. Six Flags New England has not received a roller coaster since 2017. And rumor has it that they were supposed to land a Vekoma Super Boomerang this year, until that project was moved at the last second to Six Flags Great Adventure. Recently, some ground surveys were being taken on the plot of land where Goliath once stood. An RMC Raptor would fit very nicely there and give the park another strong roller coaster. Another commonly rumored park to receive a Raptor is Six Flags Great America. In terms of investment, Great America is most closely in line with Six Flags Magic Mountain and Great Adventure. Both of those parks have received large-scale RMC Raptor clones. Great America is also a very large park going on a 6-year coaster drought, so it would make sense that it ends in 2025. Another thing to keep in mind is that the RMC Raptor is very cheap relative to other thrilling coaster models. This really opens the door to smaller parks or even locations that are completely off our radar to be in the running for this project. There's also one park that I've thought about for a while now that could be in the running for this project, but I'm planning a much larger video on that, which you'll see very soon. If I had to make a guess out of the options I mentioned previously, I'd say Six Flags New England. This is a park that Six Flags has invested heavily in prior to the last 5 years, so I think it's time they finally get something big. Also, from what we know, Six Flags is expected to have a very big year in 2025, or at least we are hoping so that makes it all the more likely that they could be getting this project. But make sure to drop a comment on what park do you think in the US this ride is going to. Those are my thoughts and analysis on where I think the 3 mystery RMC Raptors are going. There's still a lot more information yet to be announced, so stay tuned as I plan to cover it as it comes out. Make sure to keep an eye out on the Shorts tab, as that is where I'll be posting a lot of my future news related content. Beyond that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as that really helps us out, and it will keep you in the loop for any new content that I post. With all that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.